Hello, orchid lovers. Welcome back to the Wonder Garden channel. I know that on the journey of caring for orchids, sometimes we wonder which type of fertilizer to choose so that the plants can stay healthy, bloom beautifully, and still be safe for our own home. That is why today I want to share with you another organic method that is very simple, easy to do, and especially uses familiar ingredients available right in the kitchen. This method not only helps your orchids fight against common leaf diseases, but also stimulates the plants to recover, leaves to stay lush green, and roots to grow strong. And more importantly, it will awaken the dormant buds on the stems, encouraging orchids to bloom again, bringing you a garden full of vitality and radiant flowers. So, right now, let's start exploring the detailed method to apply for the orchids in your garden. To prepare the organic fertilizer for caring for orchids today, the first ingredient I chose is a potato. However, I won't be using the whole potato, only its peel. Many people often throw away potato peels without realizing that they actually contain a wealth of valuable nutrients. Potato skins are rich in starch, potassium, phosphorus, and a natural amount of vitamins that benefit plant growth. In particular, the potassium in potato peels helps strengthen resistance, supports bud formation, and allows orchids to bloom evenly, retain their color, and stay fresh longer. Therefore, instead of discarding them, we can fully take advantage of potato peels to create an organic fertilizer that is inexpensive, safe, and highly effective for orchids. Set the potato flesh aside, as we can make use of it later to prepare a delicious dish at the end of the video. Next, I will chop the potato peels into small pieces for use. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After chopping the potato peels like this, I will put all of them into a clean glass jar. Next, I add about 500 milliliters of boiling water. Cover the jar and let it sit overnight. The high temperature of the boiling water will help break down the structure of the potato peels, releasing the maximum amount of nutrients such as potassium, phosphorus, and starch contained in them. Now, let's move on to the second ingredient in today's formula, which is garlic. For this recipe, I only need 1 small clove of garlic. You can finely mince the whole clove of garlic, including the peel, into very small pieces to retain the maximum nutrients. Garlic contains a large amount of natural antioxidants. These compounds not only help protect orchids, but are also highly beneficial for many types of houseplants. When used, garlic acts as a kind of natural shield, preventing attacks from insects, gnats, and common plant diseases. At the same time, it helps strengthen resistance, makes orchid leaves shinier, and stimulates flowers to grow stronger, retain their color, and stay fresh longer. I will also place the minced garlic into a clean glass cup. After that, I add about 500 milliliters of boiling water. The hot water will help extract the valuable compounds in garlic, especially its antibacterial agents and antioxidants. Finally, I seal the container tightly and leave it overnight. Yes, after soaking overnight, both natural fertilizer solutions I prepared are now ready to use. At this stage, I will strain out the residue and combine the two solutions, the potato peel and the garlic, into a clean container like this. Once mixed, we'll have an organic fertilizer that is incredibly rich in nutrients. I will add 1 liter of clean water to dilute the solution. This diluted mixture is both nourishing and protective, providing your orchids with a comprehensive and safe source of nutrition. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to use this organic fertilizer. And now, let's start with the first method. First, pour the diluted solution into a clean spray bottle. Common problems on orchid leaves, such as damage, yellowing, or pest attacks, like thrips, aphids, or spider mites, can be treated by spraying this solution directly onto the entire leaf surface. This will help eliminate pathogens, prevent their spread, and at the same time strengthen the plant's resistance. In addition, this solution can also be used regularly as a preventive care method. You just need to spray the mixture once a month to maintain the plant's health. However, if your orchid is already affected by pests or diseases, as I mentioned earlier, you can spray it once a week to quickly restore balance to the plant. Not only can you use this solution for the leaves, but you can also spray it directly onto the orchid's root system. This brings multiple benefits. The roots will grow stronger, become thicker, wider, and anchor themselves more firmly into the growing medium. Healthy roots mean better absorption of water and nutrients, which directly supports the overall growth and flowering of the plant. In addition, the natural garlic scent in the solution acts as a protective barrier, helping to repel harmful insects that often attack tender new root tips. These pests, if not controlled, can cause the roots to weaken, rot, or fail to develop properly. By using this method, you're not only nourishing your orchids, but also safeguarding them right from the very first stages of growth, ensuring the plant stays healthy, resilient, and ready to produce vibrant, long-lasting blooms. After misting this solution over the entire orchid for about 10 minutes, take a close look at the plant. If you notice that many tiny droplets of water are still clinging to the leaves, especially in the crevices or on the undersides where they haven't dried yet, I recommend gently blotting away the excess moisture with a soft cotton pad or a clean cloth. This is a very important step that many people often overlook. When water lingers too long on the leaves, especially in damp spots like the leaf joints, the plant becomes more vulnerable to fungal infections and bacterial invasion, which over time can weaken both the leaves and the stem. Wiping the leaves dry not only helps them dry faster and completely eliminates the risk of mold, but also gives the leaves a clean, glossy surface. This enhances their ability to photosynthesize, allowing the plant to absorb light and nutrients more effectively.
Đấy, anh chưa rửa, anh vừa mới làm xong. Đây.
By doing so, you can prevent excess water from lingering on the leaves, which could otherwise create a favorable environment for fungi and bacteria to develop. Taking a few extra minutes for this step not only keeps your orchid healthier, but also helps reduce the risk of leaf spots, rot, or other common problems caused by prolonged moisture. It's a small action, but it makes a big difference in maintaining your plant's long-term vitality. I will use the remaining solution to water the base of the orchids. I'll pour it into a watering can and gently water around the roots, making sure to avoid pouring directly onto the crown of the plant. As the solution soaks into the growing medium, the orchid will absorb the natural nutrients from the potato, especially potassium. Potassium is an essential element for orchids. It helps the roots grow stronger and more resilient, promotes the formation of new shoots, thickens and polishes the leaves, and most importantly, stimulates a more vigorous flowering process. Thanks to potassium, orchids not only become more resistant to pests and diseases, but also produce flowers that retain their color longer, stay fresh, and bloom more brilliantly. This is exactly why I always recommend using this solution regularly as a root drench for orchids. It's both safe and provides lasting benefits. This step is also crucial for helping orchids maintain steady growth and ensuring they are well prepared for their next blooming cycle. By building a strong foundation through healthy roots and balanced nutrition, your plant will always be ready to reward you with vibrant, long-lasting blossoms season after season. After following these 3 care steps, you should place your orchid in a well-ventilated area with natural, diffused light, avoiding harsh direct sunlight that could scorch the leaves. If growing indoors, position the orchid near an east or south-facing window where it receives gentle morning light. Results after 2 months. After consistently caring for your orchid with the potato peel and garlic solution, you can clearly see a remarkable transformation in the plant. The leaves have become a deeper green, glossy and strong, no longer showing yellowing or signs of disease as before. The root system has also grown vigorously, with many new plump, white roots extending from the base and anchoring firmly into the growing medium to absorb water and nutrients more efficiently. With strong roots, the plant has the energy to support new shoots and stimulate the growth of flower stems. At this stage, you'll notice new flower buds beginning to emerge, signaling a vibrant blooming season ahead. This is the wonderful result of supplementing potassium and the natural nutrients found in potatoes, combined with the antibacterial and antifungal properties of garlic, helping the orchid not only stay healthy, but also quickly enter its flowering phase. For orchids, patience is key throughout the care process, as these plants need time to grow and adapt to their surroundings. Each stage of development requires careful observation and meticulous attention, from the roots and leaves to the moment new flower buds begin to appear. Don't rush the results, because your patience is what allows the orchid to absorb nutrients, recover, and build up enough energy for the next blooming season. When you provide consistent care and affection, the orchid will reward you with healthy, vibrant, and long-lasting flowers. If you are experiencing hair loss, weak hair, or slow regrowth, this potato can become a very useful natural solution. I will finely chop the potato, as it contains vitamins such as B and C, along with essential minerals like iron and zinc, and especially starch and enzymes that can stimulate hair follicles to function more effectively. When used correctly, these nutrients nourish the scalp, improve blood circulation, and help hair grow faster, thicker, and stronger. After finely chopping the potato, I will place all the pieces into a blender and blend them thoroughly so that the nutrients in the potato are fully released. Once the mixture is smooth and fine, I will use a clean cloth or a sieve to strain out the pulp, keeping only the pure potato juice. This juice is packed with vitamins, minerals, and natural enzymes, and when applied directly to the scalp, it can easily penetrate the hair follicles, nourishing them from within. Now, take a chicken egg and gently separate the yolk from the white, keeping only the yolk. Then, whisk the yolk until the mixture becomes smooth and slightly thickened. Next, add a small spoonful of pure honey, then continue stirring until the two ingredients are fully blended. Together, they create a highly nourishing hair treatment. The egg yolk provides protein, vitamins A, D, and E, and fatty acids, which deeply nourish the hair from the roots, while the honey acts as a natural moisturizer, leaving hair soft, shiny, and less prone to breakage. Using this formula to care for your hair is also very simple. You just need to apply it consistently twice a week. When using, massage the mixture from the roots to the tips of your hair, gently massaging the scalp to help the nutrients penetrate deeply and stimulate blood circulation. Then, leave it on for 10 minutes to let the nutrients fully absorb. Finally, rinse thoroughly with warm water. If done consistently twice a week, you'll soon notice a visible improvement. Your hair becomes stronger, smoother, and hair loss is noticeably reduced. It truly acts as a natural tonic for your hair, both safe and effective. I think it's a wonderful idea and a clear demonstration of nature's magic. From a simple potato, we can use the peel to make an organic fertilizer that keeps our houseplants healthy, while the flesh can be used to care for our own health and beauty. This not only provides double benefits, but also helps save resources, reduce waste, and encourages a lifestyle that is closer to and more in harmony with nature. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to join me on more journeys discovering tips for plant care and natural wellness. Your support is the biggest motivation for me to continue sharing even more useful and effective recipes. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.